We are with Melisa Annis, who is the writer of the new show Charlie's Waiting. Tell us a little bit about Charlie's Waiting.
Oh gosh, I don't want to tell you too much because I don't want to give it away. But essentially it's a story about 3 women and the decisions they make and then how they have to live with the consequences of that decision. In a nutshell, that's what it is. And it's exploring, themes that we as women are not necessarily allowed to explore, in the sense of sometimes we make bad decisions and it's okay for us to tell those stories. We don't have to pretend that we don't. So that's what I'm trying to do
I think we all make bad decisions at some point in our lives.
We do, and some of those decisions are sometimes, little things that we figure out as we go, and some of them are life-changing. And the question is it okay to be selfish as a woman? Well, men do it all the time, people do it all the time, but I wanted to tell a story about women that I knew who had made selfish decisions, and I'm interested in seeing what audiences think about that and whether that's okay or not in their minds.
I'm trying to think, do I think that's okay? And the funny thing is that in a lot of things that I think, most people don't. But I'm much more of, I think that we're so much a me society these days. And I think we need to learn how to be a we society.
I think that's completely, I agree with you completely. This is definitely a me play, in the sense of these women are choosing themselves and following their own bliss, and bliss not meaning a positive thing all the time. But I think it's interesting because I think that the framing of how women are portrayed in literature and theatre and films, it's changing now, and it has been changing for the past 10 years and more. But I think that the way that our stories are framed are very much in this nurturing, motherly, feminine, female warrior, there are all of these labels that we put on women, and sometimes we're equally as flawed, and I think it's okay to tell those stories too, and not see it as women being mean to women, but more a case of we're human beings too.
I think women are more mean to women than men are to men.
Well, I think that we communicate differently, and I think that sometimes we can be more honest and be a little more blunt. But I also think that I'm a big supporter of women in my life, and I think that we should all help each other up. And there are times when I feel like women haven't done that in the past, but on the other hand, I feel like there are many, many times when men have not done that in the past for other women. So I think we're all equally complicit in not helping each other because of exactly what you say, the me society. What happens when you choose you and not the greater good?
I have a question though. You keep mentioning, but men do this. Because a man does that, does it make it right? And should we even compare, a man does it. Should we even compare that?
I think that it's less a case for me that men do things and women do things. I think we all do things.
Bingo!
And I think that what I'm trying to do, at least one of the hopes with this play, is that I'm just telling a story. And having had readings of this play, one of the things that have come back to me is, is it okay to make women look so bad? And I think,
yes.
The truth is, we do things just like men do things, and it's okay for us to tell those stories because we're telling them through our lens for the first time. I don't want to see women behaving badly through judgment. I want to see a story about women choosing themselves because that's the fact of their reality in the moment.
Absolutely.
So it's less about us versus them and more about we all have demons and it's okay to share them. Let's not be precious about our sex.
Absolutely. Tell us a little bit about your background.
So I'm from Wales originally.
I was going to say you're a Brit.
I am, but I like to say I'm a Welshie. I speak Welsh fluently, it's the first language, and I immigrated here 13 years ago now, so I've been in New York 13 years.
What drove you to come here?
I fell in love, not with a city, but with a man, and we got married. We've been married 11 years now, and so that's sort of where I'm from. I started my life off as an actress and I also direct, and I was writing at home too. And when I came here, it all kind of came together and crystallized into this sort of, into this decision I had to make of what do I want to do. And that's when I realized I want to do everything. And so I continued directing. I went to grad school to study playwriting. I also produced at home, so I produce a little here too. And I try and do a little bit of everything. So I guess I'm a Jill of all trades, you could say.
And when does Charlie's Waiting open?
Well, this opens March 28th. Our first show is March 28th, and I think our opening night is the 31st. You should double check the website because I'm not 100% sure in the middle of rehearsals. And it runs for 4 weeks at Theaterlab.
And where is Theaterlab?
Theaterlab is just up the road on 37th Street and 8th, so check it out. But please double check because I know that my facts might be skewed.